doing, David? How are we doing, Car Spotter? No, I just changed devices, that was all. I didn't like the connection on the other device. Welcome today to this stream brought to you by the recently rebranded Airports Live TV, formerly known as WTF Live Daily. Thank you, each and every one of you, for joining us on this live or on replay at some later date. This stream is brought to you in conjunction with WTFIPTV.com. Here we go, the first flight of this live, QR18, this Qatar Airways operated a Boeing 787-8 Dreamliner, heading over to Doha. It is the 25 years of excellence. And I thought it was time that we had a bit of a rebrand. Apologies for the wind noise, it is blustery around here today and we have zero shelter. I was going to try and get arrivals today, but I had a quick look at flight radar and it was just nothing in sight. So I thought, let's just do the first of today's streams. We might possibly do two, or we might just run through with one long stream. But let's do the first part here on departures from the North Runway here at Dublin. Goes, enjoy this one. QR18, this Boeing 787 8 series Dreamliner. WTF Live Daily. WTF Live Daily is still here in spirit, David. All we have done is rebranded. The ethos remains the same. It is still the same community, and that community will continue to grow, continue to be strong. But it was time for a rebrand. And there she is, Airports Live TV. The website has also changed to from WTF Live Daily to airportslivetv.com. Hey Paradiso, I'm still not good, but we're fighting on through. Let me just quickly post a video to TikTok, as I haven't mentioned the rebranding over there. Let's tell everybody that we are live. Big up, guys, in case you haven't noticed. noticed, we have rebranded. We are no longer WTF Live Daily. We are now Airports Live TV. Come and join us over on YouTube. Search for the same name. We are live right now from the North Runway at Dublin International Airport. Come and join us for the thrills and spills of this afternoon's action. Just search for Airports Live TV on YouTube. See you there. Big up. Are you taking your meds? I am indeed. Here we go, VY8721, this fueling operated Airbus A320 heading over to Barcelona. This quality is shocking. Does that look really bad at your end, or is it just my... Sometimes it's just my screen protector makes it look really bad. That I'm not liking at all. We have had to use Prism today and not Streamlabs. Glitch on my Streamlabs. I just couldn't get live. Yeah, you'd have thought that driving instructor would have moved that learner slap bang in the middle of the lane. Next up, FR668. This time it's the Ryanair operated Boeing 737 heading over to Birmingham. Looked a bit blurred, yeah. Hold on, let me give the lens a quick. It is indeed. It's right there, heading over to Birmingham. Next up, we have EI 3256. This Aer Lingus ATR 72-600 series aircraft heading over to Edinburgh. This one will be up very early on this runway in these conditions. It is blustery here today. It's not grumpy all day. How are we doing? GI 3256 up and away from the North Runway, heading over to Edinburgh. Those birds, it looks mighty close on that shot, but they are a long way from the aircraft. It is still relatively quiet here at Dublin. In that little bit of a lull coming towards the last week of February. The winter sun, the after Christmas breaks are starting to die off. The summer season hasn't quite begun yet. See the doctor. I did see the doctor. How are we doing, Liz? You're treating me for pleurisy, Liz. Pleurisy, however you say it. Roughly how many passengers did it, you mean the ATRs? I'm not sure, you know, I can't. Is it? It's 4 in a row. It's probably 70 or 80. I'm just guessing over there. I can't remember, it's been a long time since I went on one. Let me have a look. '74, I was not far away, was I? That's an Air Nostrum, but it will be something very similar. Okay, I'm glad it's paying better. I don't know if the pain is actually better or if I'm just used to it now. But it feels a little bit easier, touch wood, today. Next up, BA837, this Airbus A320neo operated by British Airways, heading over to London Heathrow. What is the general consensus on the new branding? I'm not gonna lie, I am gonna miss the WTF Live Daily branding. I liked it, it was where it all began. But I felt we had to move more down the lines of a strong branding that says a little bit more about what we do WTF Live Daily. Away from TikTok, sort of got a little bit lost. It had no meaning here on YouTube or on Twitch, whereas I think Airports Live TV has a little bit more behind it now. Here we go, BA837 heading over to London Heathrow. FR7048, this Ryanair operated Boeing 737. That's when it's journey to Oliver. It's really starting to pick up here. Such a shame that there's nothing for any shelter in this area. I don't mean shelter from the rain and stuff, I just mean it's a shame there's no trees behind us to shelter us from this wind a little bit. Here we go, FR7048 now departing us along the North Runway here at Dublin International, heading over to Malaga. I think the new name is more reflective of what you're going to be doing in Spain in your travel vlogs, community chat about lifestyles and travel. It comes more in my opinion. I agree. How are we doing, Lachlan? Slightly strange flight code for your next departure. It is a Ryanair flight. YRY30. Ryanair flights usually begin FR. It's heading over to Prague. It's a Boeing 737. It is operated by a Buzz Air crew. Not sure why the flight number is beginning RYR. Unless it's a repositioning flight. It could be a repositioning flight. Toasty. It's freezing here, car spotter. Obviously, sheet layer that covers the lungs, causes the chest pain, pain goes into the shoulder. That is it, Liz. I've had it before. It felt very different to this. In one sense, they were torn between two things. They treated me for pleurisy, and fingers crossed, it seems a little bit easier to pain than yesterday. So hopefully they've got it right. Here we go, RYR30 heading over to Prague. Disappearing into that cloud cover. It looks like we are going to get lashed out of it here tonight. Hopefully it stays away until the end of this stream. We've got an A330 on taxi, but next up we've got FR226. Again, it's a Ryanair operator Boeing 737. This time heading over to Stansted. Here she comes. Then we've got one more flight before the 3:30. To Stansted tomorrow right now. What time, car spotter? Just a thought, but it's not possible to give notifications when you're coming on there so more people have the heads up and enjoy. It's often pure luck. Yeah, I'm not sure how notifications work over on Twitch Paradiso. need to just have a play about with YouTube a little bit. £10:35 PM, unfortunately. Yeah, too late for us. It's unfortunate. Next up, we've got EI3216. This Aer Lingus Regional, operated by Emerald Airlines. It's an ATR 72-600 series aircraft heading over to the Isle of Man. Next up, we do have the Airbus A330 operated by Aer Lingus. It's got that old delivery, unfortunately. I say unfortunately, it's not like it. EI125 heading over to Chicago. Welcome to everybody who is joining us today across YouTube and Twitch. If you're watching us on YouTube, please hit that thumbs up and consider hitting that subscribe button if you are enjoying the content. How are we doing? Happy day. Here she comes, EI125, this Aer Lingus operated Airbus A330 heading over to Chicago. All good, Mark, how are you, buddy? Nice rotation directly in front of us there. landing gear is now away. There she is, up, and away into that very low cloud cover. Cloud cover is probably around 600 or 700 feet here today. Not perfect for streaming, however, we will get the best shots we possibly can for you. My cows have come to see us. There we have the old air traffic control tower next to the new tower here at Dublin. Name an airport for me to land in. Flights sim. Skiathos. Car spotter. Either Skiathos or St Martin. Just on, mate, you've probably already explained. You got a new forum name. Yeah, Mark, we've rebranded everything to Airports Live TV. I felt that we were getting... I felt the name just got a little bit lost across Twitch and YouTube, and in terms of the bigger business. So I've been trying to find a name to rebrand to, and then it just came to me last night when I double checked everything and everything was available. I went with it this morning. So everything is now Airports Live TV. I do think it brings a lot more to us as a community. People understand a little bit more what it is, what we're about. WTF Live Daily was great, don't get me wrong. I firmly believe the name helped us grow quickly on TikTok, but it's a very different demographic. We have rebranded on TikTok as well. Like, everything is Airports Live TV now. As I said before, our ethos remains the same. We are still the same friendly, welcoming community to everybody. Nothing has changed in that sense. The only thing that's changed for anybody who's already part of it is the name. And anybody joining us now will not know any different. I guess I sort of had to start thinking, now we've moved over to YouTube and Twitch, we come under more scrutiny from our brand partners when we're on YouTube and Twitch than we did when we're on TikTok, because like I say, we had a very different demographic as a creator on TikTok, but also TikTok has a very different demographic in general to YouTube and Twitch, and we come under a little bit more pressure, a little bit more scrutiny from our brands, from our brand partners when we are predominantly on YouTube. So they sort of strongly suggested a name change a few months ago, and I dragged my feet, dug my heels in, didn't want to give up my name, but it's come now and I'm happy with it. I like the new logo as well. I'm liking that logo, and I don't know if you've noticed because it is quite small on that screen, but if you look below the TV, we've retained that tiny little bit of WTF Live Daily. We have encompassed, let's go, into the logo. I had to keep something from the original days. Here we go, EI-172, this Aer Lingus operated Airbus A320, just coming onto the runway now to begin this journey over to London Heathrow. Sometimes change can be good, it can indeed, Siobhan. same places to join you, same people, same great shot. Yeah, like if you search on YouTube, it will bring Airports Live TV's account up. Because all we did was name change. That remains, I think, for 14 days, and then obviously it changes. Now, all we need for the next stage of the switch over to YouTube is for our new equipment to arrive, because, like I say, I've said it before, and the reason I say it in every video is because a lot of people watch these as replays. Our quality is lacking right now here on YouTube and Twitch. It will be improving as soon as our new equipment arrives. So please, do bear with us. Don't judge us on this quality. Anyone getting S Club 7 tickets tomorrow? Woo -woo. Give them a miss. Although that being said, it is nice to see a pop group from the 90s come back and actually be the full group. And they do their like reunion tours. Too often we see it where 2 or 3 of a band or a group come back. It's just not the same. At least they are all coming back. How are we doing, David Graham? Welcome, buddy. Hope you're having a great Thursday. Tango Alpha, we have landed the 747 at St Martin. Big up, car spotter. I didn't actually realise, is it Hannah from S Club 7 was actually living in her office with her children because times were that hard. One of them is working as a tarot card reader as well, I believe. She used to date Paul. Speaking of Paul, I saw it pop up the other day. I think it must have been on TikTok. One of the Chuckle brothers was doing a DJ set in a nightclub somewhere. I think it was Paul Chuckle. Oh God, really? I'm so superstitious. We do the Neo in Skiathos. Enjoy your flight, car spotter. Here we go, EI636, this Aer Lingus A320 with the 2019 livery heading over to Brussels. To me, to you. Don't forget, guys, we are being brought to you today by WTFIPTV.com, the home for all of your TV needs, live sports, live channels, a huge movie section, plus some amazing series on there, as well as all of your pay-per-view events. If you use their code WTF30 at checkout, you will get a 12-month premium subscription for just €49. The wind noise of painting. I can plug earphones in if you want. Isn't one of the Chuckle brothers dead? I don't think it's Paul or Barry that's dead. I think it's their other brother that's dead, no? They had another brother from the same mother, not from a different mother. I thought that it was the other brother that died. But anyway, it's not the dead one, it's the alive one that did the DJ gig. I'm going to plug you some earphones in a moment. The only thing is you will lose some of the aircraft noise when I do that. Here we go, EI272. This Airbus A320 heading over to Birmingham, operated by Aer Lingus. Flight radar again holding the wrong image for this aircraft. It has been repainted. It was one of the old liveried aircraft. It is now with that 2019 livery. It's not the dead one. I just thought I should make it clear, Siobhan. Right, let me just plug some headphones in to me, to you. Thank you for clearing that up. I thought you might be a little bit confused. So I just thought we'd help out a little bit with that information. Well, I hope you're good. On Monday, I'm flying to Dublin for the day from Luton. And I'm going to be plane spotting for the day. And then I'm flying back to Luton that evening. Big up Ben. We'll be here on Monday. Probably from around 2 o'clock. Not sure which runway we'll be on. Probably the North Runway. We shall see, although we haven't done 28 for a while, so we might go around to 28. Is the sound a little bit better now, guys? It's much better sound-wise, thank you, but don't hurt your ears. I'm all good. Okay, we've got the rugby liveried Aer Lingus A320 on taxi now. And we're all good, happy campers. Rough landing on the Scandinavian A320. Did you get it down safely, car spotter, or did you bury it? Safely. That's all that matters. I think what we're going to do with today's stream is we're going to push through for another 19 minutes, take it to an hour, and then we're going to end the stream for 5 minutes. And I'm going to move round to the spot that we were on the other day, in the corner where we were watching departures on 10R. I'm going to go there and try and see what the arrival shot is from there, because you get like a head-on of the arrivals from there. I don't know if we're going to have enough zoom though, so we'll have to check it out. But we're going to do another 20 minutes from this spot, and then we're going to change locations to mix it up a little bit. Next departure is going to be EI406, the Airbus A320 operated by Aer Lingus with that rugby team livery, heading over to Rome. It's being followed by the Transavia 737 heading over to Paris. Just on a little side note, because obviously the overlay is showing the new website. At the moment, when you go to airportslivetv.com, it will redirect you to the old domain name, or we've still got the domain name because I'm not going to get rid of it just yet. But it will show as wtflivedaily.com in the address bar once you're on the website. That will be changing over the next 24 hours. I thought it was a good spot, wasn't it? Has the learner driven off? Yeah, the learner has gone. I don't know if everyone like the new name. It's simple and to the point. Thank you, Michael Kelly. How are we doing, brother? I buttered it, but pulled a wee bit of a whizzer. Here we go. EI406 is now on departure along the North Runway here at Dublin International to begin its journey over to Rome. This Airbus A320 operated by Aer Lingus with the Irish rugby team livery. Sub count going up too. The new name will help too. Yeah, I'm hoping the new name will help us a little bit more on YouTube. How are we doing, Paul Wilkins? Welcome. I am tempted to go round to 28 for the landings when we take our little break, but these clouds look ominous, and once you're up on that bank, it's a long way down when it starts lashing, especially when you're in the amount of pain that I'm in. So we might just try, like I say, on the corner of 10R. So it'll be a slightly different shot for us as well, because we've never had head-on landings, I don't think, on this channel. Any big departures? No, we've had the Chicago flight. The JFK flight should be due out fairly soon, I would have thought. But the biggest we will have on today's lives will be the A330s. We had the 787 Dreamliner at the beginning of the live, the Qatar flight over to Doha. I have the rugby team livery on sim. I landed in Dublin. And if you missed that room, interestingly, is the North Runway on flight sim yet? I don't play flight sim, so I don't know. But is the North Runway on flight sim? Here we go, TO7905, this Boeing 737 operated by Transavia, beginning its journey over to Paris. No, it's not on there yet. Only has it rendered as it was still unbuilt. Okay. I didn't know how it worked on Flight Sim. Looks like we're going to have back-to-back A320s. And next up, we're going to have EI210. Another of Aer Lingus as routes over to Manchester. I'm pretty sure the north is, but I haven't seen it yet. Like I said, I don't know how Flight Sim works. It's something I would love to be able to sit and play. I just haven't got the patience to master it, and that's the problem. So I didn't know how it works. I didn't know if it was like live updates on runways, but I suppose there's not that many new runways being built at any one time, so. Cows are getting closer to me. There's that one that was giving me the eyeball the other day, look. Where is he? That one there in the middle of the shot is evil, that one. Evil, I tell you. I think we'll give him another week or two and then we'll have some ribeyes off him. Okay, I've got a question for you. Which cut of steak is your go-to? Which is your favourite cut of steak? Can you name another airport for you to do a landing in? Is Humberside on there? Here we go, EI210. This Airbus A320 operated by Aer Lingus heading over to Manchester. Strip line. How we doing, Carl? I'm not sure what Humberside's code is. Okay, going to Leeds Bradford, car spotter. That second stream might be going on hold because it looks bleaky over there. I think we will just stay. Bradford it is, yes. I think we'll just stay on this live until we get rained off. Yeah, I'm all good, thank you, Carl. Carl, what's your favourite cut of steak? Michael, I like strip loin. Look at him. Moving over now. He wants to move away. Carl likes sirloin. Don't go in a real cold window. It's not like 5 feet. Yeah, I think we're just going to stay on this runway for now. I just don't want to get caught in the rain, that's all. And where I am, I'm right next to my car. I can just dive in. Carl likes a sirloin. Paradiso, what's your favourite steak? Look at him. don't think he's a fan. At first, I thought he just didn't like the name WTF Live Daily, but I've rebranded just for him. Still doesn't like us. Can't please them all. Anyway, let's move on to this British Airways departure. Sorry, just bear me 2 seconds. CJ919 of this British Airways operated Embraer E190 heading over to London City is our next departure. I think my favourite cut of steak would have to be a ribeye. I do like a nice ribeye. Back end of rump with homemade chips if you're doing deliveries. Yeah, steak and homemade chips. Here we go, CJ919 now on departure along the North Runway. Heading over to London City. Landed in Bradford with an absolute butter. Now quickly run down to Murgatroyd's, get some fish and chips with mushy peas. It's a great fish and chip restaurant. Well, I tell you, a fish and chip restaurant that is so overrated, it is unreal. Harry Ramsden's. Got to be the most overrated fish and chip shop ever. Look at this cow. He's bullying the other cows out his way now. They get a nice ribeye off that though. I landed in the restaurant. Should we try and feed the cow? Nah. What do we got next? We've got FR3102, this Ryanair operator Boeing 737, heading over to Amsterdam. Eric likes a ribeye. Do like the ribeyes. Seeing people queue for hours to... I know. I don't know why. He's a bully. Anyway, let's get FR3102 on its departure over to Amsterdam. Are those cows there every day? No, Carl, they move between 3 different fields. They're all interlinked. It looks like one of the older calves. Some of the real youngsters, I think. I'm not sure. There's one taking a dump though. Yeah, back to what Mark was saying about people queuing for hours for Harry Ramsden's. I've seen them doing the same, and I just do not understand it because, like, the fish and chips are just not that great. Travelling to Lisbon this March, flying Aer Lingus for the first time. Enjoy it, Paul. Next up, EI656. That is your aircraft in shot right now. The Aer Lingus operated Airbus A320 with the 2019 livery heading over to Frankfurt. I got under 30 FPM in Bradford. What a butter. Well done, car spotter. Too much info out. Car's bodily functions. You're not on Springwatch. Listen, we're a multi-topic channel. Heard my mate Jeremy Clarkson was interested in a partnership deal with you. It would be interesting. It would have been interesting because I think Jeremy Clarkson knew what was going to happen with the local councils and the planning departments when he first bought Diddley Squat or first launched Diddley Squat Farm. It would have been interesting to have seen what would have happened if all of his planning applications had been put through by a different owner. Because I do believe there is a vendetta against him by the planning department. I think he is right with that one. And I land a 747 in Donegal. There we go. That is EI656, the Airbus A320 operated by Aer Lingus, heading over to Frankfurt. Absolutely. Jeremy rattled a lot of well-established old-school landowners, I think, and a certain amount of the green-eyed monsters. And the others, I think, too. Yeah. I don't know. Like, I think it's amazing what he's doing. Like, he's sort of making farming popular again, which is what apparently the government wanted over the last few years. He's trying to do everything locally. Again, what the government want. I don't know. I don't think he could win whatever he did with that place. It is very quiet here now. How we doing, Matty? I'm not on. I'm on the North Runway, Matty. Landed a 447 ton 747 and stopped right in the middle of the number and the landing zone. Big up, car spotter. It's a new name. Cool. Yes. New branding. I'll go fully loaded. Next up, EI356. Again, it's an Aer Lingus operated Airbus A320. This time heading to Munich with that old livery. I agree he has a somewhat challenging attitude at times, but tells it how it is and has highlighted the rough side to farming for many farmers. He doesn't like bullshit, and he tells people that it's not always popular in the landed gentry circles. I like the programme, Caleb, yeah. In fact, we have FR5306 departing us prior to the Aer Lingus flight. It's a Boeing 737 operated by Ryanair heading over to Kerry. Yeah, I agree. Jeremy Clarkson, he says what's on his mind. And do you know what? I think we need more people like him on TV, people that don't feel constrained by what they're told they should say. Now, I'm not saying people should be completely abusive or anything like that, but I don't feel that he is. I feel he just says what a lot of people think. And I guess fortunately for him, he's earned his money, and possibly that's why he's a little bit different to most other people on TV. He's at the point where he feels, you know what, if I never get any more TV work again, I never get any more TV work again. But I'm gonna be true to myself and say it how it is. And let's be real, Jeremy Clarkson has always been like this. His personality hasn't really changed over his 34, was it 30? Maybe 35 years on TV. He's always been that person that just says it how it is. And for 20 years, 25 years, people clearly loved him. Otherwise, he wouldn't have been as successful as he has turned out to be. But now, all of a sudden, the things that he says are wrong. The same people that supported him for years and years and years now believe the things he says are wrong. Just because he says things in a way that he knows will get the coverage that he wants that message to have. But I do like Jeremy Clarkson. Like, Jeremy Clarkson made Top Gear. I have struggled to watch Top Gear since Clarkson went. Yes, it was the trio that helped, because they've got a genuine friendship and they bounce off each other and such different personalities. But they've tried Top Gear without Jeremy, without May, without Hammond, and it just isn't the same. If you can't put Paddy McGuinness on and bring anything close to a level of banterness to a show, then nobody is going to replace that trio. EI356 is now departing us, heading over to Munich. This is the Airbus A320. Down Diddley Squat Farm this afternoon. The world has gone to PC now, mate. Yeah, I agree, Mark. Like, look, I'm a big believer in anti-racism and all of that jazz. I'm the furthest from racist you can possibly get. But there's a difference between somebody being racist and somebody being non-woke. And that is what's got lost right now. I lost interest in Top Gear when Clarkson etc. left. Yeah, Mark, I agree with that. Like, out of almost principle and protest, I refused to watch Top Gear when he got sacked and when the others left. But then I've gone back and tried to watch, back series of the new Top Gear, and I just can't get my head around it. It just doesn't work. Big up to Gillian if you are watching. Thank you for placing your order through WTFIPTV.com. They will get you set up as soon as they possibly can. I'm not sure what keeps on happening here. It keeps on coming up transmission aborted. Are you still seeing... Has the stream stopped at any point over the last 3 or 4 minutes? Because it's coming up here as transmission aborted, and I'm not sure why. There isn't going to be any more Top Gears, is there, after Flintoff's accident? I don't know, because Flintoff's accident was no different to Hammond's accident. Freddie Flintoff, to me, was completely the wrong person for Top Gear, because Top Gear relies on having a panel of 3 different hosts that all bounce off each other. Freddie Flintoff, since he's gone on League of Their Own, and since he went big on League of Their Own, tries to turn everything into the Freddie Flintoff show. I used to like Freddie Flintoff. I used to think he was quite a good presenter, but he tries to turn everything into the Freddie Flintoff show now, and that just doesn't work. Especially not when you team him up with somebody like Paddy McGuinness, who is a naturally funny guy and was a comedian, sort of, in the early days of his career. But then you've got somebody like Freddie Flintoff that tries to force being funny. It just doesn't work. Right, what we're going to do is we're going to get this departure, and then I'm going to move locations. I don't know how good the shot is or isn't going to be, but I'm going to try streaming from the corner of 10R and see if we can get some head-on landings. So this is the final flight of this live. I'll be back with you in around 10 minutes time, so do rejoin us from a different location with a slightly different aspect of the landing shot. EI594, this Aer Lingus Airbus A320 heading over to Madrid, your final flight of this live. Well, possibly. Got a feeling this Aer Lingus flight was going to depart exactly on time, so they're just waiting a minute or two so they can have a late departure. Yeah, with the table tennis bats. I don't know what he's doing. He wants to hurry up and depart because I want to move locations. This is actually already a delayed departure. It's due for a departure at 15:30. Hit him with a plane. I'm going to give him another minute and then I'm just going to jump off. They need to slow down because slow mo spawns at 250 knots. Right guys, I think he is on the move now. I think he was trying to make sure he was an hour late on his departure. Here we go, this is the last flight of this live. However, we will be back with you in around 10 minutes time from a slightly different location to try and get some of the arrivals into Dublin International. So do come back and join us. Once again, thank you to everybody who's joined us across YouTube and Twitch this afternoon. If you are watching this on replay, this live was brought to you by WTFIPTV.com, the home of all of your TV needs. Live channels, huge movie selection, videos on demand, as well as live sports and all your pay-per-view events. Check them out, WTFIPTV.com. Use code WTF30 and you will receive 12 months premium service for just €49. See you in around 10 minutes time for everybody who's watching live. Big up.